Hello, welcome back. I'm Statman Dave, and today we're going to be looking at how Mauricio Pochettino would set up Manchester United. Make sure, of course, to smash that like button. Of course, subscribe if you're new to me, Statman Dave, and bang the notification bell on. But anyway, let's get this party started. With Pochettino, players have a contract to train, meaning that if you train well, you play. Hard work on the training ground and good principles sees good footballers become top talents under Pochettino. The likes of Dele Alli, Kyle Walker, Harry Kane, Christian Eriksen have all come pretty much world-class stars under the Argentine coach. Let's talk about the formation that Pochettino is likely to play at Manchester United. That is the 4-2-3-1, his favoured system since moving to England. Let's go through the lineup straight away. First up, David De Gea would be in goal, the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. What Pochettino likes his goalkeepers to do, not only be a ball option out the back to play passes to and dictate the play as the centre-half split, but also sweep off the line. Something that David De Gea is very, very good at is those 1v1 situations, and would also be good at sweeping like Hugo Lloris does for Pochettino's Spurs. A similar story at left-back. A resurgent Luke Shaw has made himself the undisputed left-back under Mourinho, and that would continue under Poch. At Southampton, Luke Shaw started 45 out of a possible 49 games under Pochettino, and a reunion could see the fullback reach his impressive potential. In terms of left-backs he's worked with, of course, in the Premier League recently, Ben Davies and Danny Rose have massively evolved, both going forward and defensively, pressing, tactically. Again, something Luke Shaw, could improve on is that pressing in the final third, but under Pochettino, as teams like to press from the front, could be perfect. Chances as well. You're looking at Ben Davies' assists and Danny Rose's assist record under the Argentine have massively impressed. Expect Luke Shaw to make big contributions in the final third. At right back, we could see Diogo Dalot given a chance to impress. A 17-year-old Luke Shaw and a 21-year-old Ben Davies have been Pochettino's players, so there's no reason why the talented fullback could get a shot there. So far in the Premier League, Dalot has won 100% of his tackles. He's attempted 6.5 crosses per game, completing an average of 38% of those. For reference, Benjamin Mendy's cross completion this season is 31%. Tactically, why Dalot has been so good is because he provides the width on the right wing. Pochettino's sides usually play with right wingers that move into that central area. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But what that opens up is massive space for Diogo Dalot. Not only does Pochettino play a positionally based zonal game, which meaning that if the winger comes inside, the wing back's supposed to be on the outside to provide the overlap. Alternatively, if, for example, the right winger's out wide, the fullback can move inside. Diogo Dalot is a complete wing back. Go inside and can go outside. He's been very impressive in terms of his dribbling as well, so if he's an outlet in either situation, can bust through and create chances for his teammates. But of course, those wing backs are so important for Pochettino, whether it is in a 4-2-3-1 or in a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-2-1. The wing backs provide the width in the final third and create chances from overlapping and then crossing or underlapping and then looking for cutbacks. Pochettino likes powerful centre-backs who can play out from the back. Eric Bailly is ideal, but United need another. Chris Smalling and Phil Jones, as we know, are far too error-prone. Coulibaly would be perfect for Manchester United. A commanding, ball-playing central defender. Coulibaly has recently been linked with a move to United in a £150 million deal. Coulibaly is a fantastic player. Not only can he step out with the ball into midfield and play progressive passes, but he's a leader. Someone that will command, someone that will demand the ball and won't hide away, looking for his other teammates to do the job. Coulibaly will pick it up and absolutely drive through the middle. Not only that, is he's physical, very, very good 1v1. Had a cracking duel with Kylian Mbappe in the Champions League this season, where I'd say Coulibaly came out on top. Coulibaly is the new Lucio. He also gets into the final third and probably will score a few goals in the Premier League, arriving late, but again would be perfect for Pochettino because of his style and his ability to play forward into midfield. The season that Jorginho was at Napoli with Coulibaly, only Jorginho completed more passes in Serie A. If United are again unwilling to sign a top-class centre-back, there are options from the academy. Axel Tuanzebe could be a great option if given the chance to impress. Axel Tuanzebe again is a wonderful player. Really, really quick, physical, good at reading the play, decent on the ball. This sort of trend when he used to play for United, under 23s or under 18s, was stepping out of the back into midfield like a young Rio Ferdinand. Currently on loan at Aston Villa, Tuanzebe has impressed, winning the club's October Player of the Month award whilst boasting some impressive stats. 17 interceptions, 19 blocks, 27 tackles, 79 clearances, winning 81% of those tackles. As Pochetttino has shown at Spurs, he does like to play with three centre-backs, so could go with Tuanzebe, Bay and Coulibaly. In terms of that platform that creates for a possession-based team as Pochettino's teams are, they either like to move the ball from left to right, move you to a certain part of the pitch, then switch it out to the other side, or alternatively they like the centre-backs stepping into midfield, drawing a bit of pressure, then playing direct. Crucial to Pochettino's style is hitting Harry Kane to feet and then working off there, which with the likes of Tuanzebe, Eric Bay and Coulibaly could be absolutely fantastic. You're all screaming, where is Viktor Lindelof? But we've got some stuff on Viktor Lindelof coming up soon, so stay tuned to that. So let's move into midfield. First up, we're going to have to talk about a Manchester United signing from Lyon, Dembele. What a player he is, a more progressive version of Moussa Dembele. Bursting through challenges is a good option when you hit him to feet, can roll, can turn, then play forward. He averages 4.1 dribbles per game and 2.5 tackles per game in the Champions League this season. Those stats really sum him up as a player. But what he'd give United is that ability to burst through pressure. Teams at Old Trafford arguably sit a little bit deep. What you get with Dembele is arguably, if the centre forward is marking him, bursting through that challenge, drawing some more pressure, then bursting through again and playing forward. Key stats of Dembele is his dribbling and his tackling. Two things that Poch absolutely love. Dembele is a very good presser as well, so if United are putting that pressure on in the final third, he is a perfect guy to do that. His partner and France teammate could be Paul Pogba. Pogba needs an attacking and defensive structure in place to excel. In terms of attack, Pochettino has a plan which will help Paul Pogba out. He'll know what to do. Pochettino likes to build from the back with short passing before waiting for those options for either underlaps or overlaps. He also likes his attackers to be compact, which allows for short and quick passing combinations with third man runs, often unlocking the opposition. Not only this is effective in an attacking sense, but it's very effective in the transition, as when they lose the ball, their close proximity to one another allows immediate and effective pressing. Again, something that Pochettino does. He employs a counter-pressing style with good pressing from the front. And that's what his sides are known for, both Southampton and Spurs. In terms of Pogba, this is going to benefit him massively. For me, Paul Pogba makes bad decisions sometimes in defensive midfield or in central midfield, where he plays the wrong pass. When you've got a style of football that you've got to play certain passes in certain areas, for example, hitting the centre forward to feet frequently, which is something United need to do more, Pogba having that instruction to do that is cracking. But there's going to be a clear idea in possession to create those underlaps or overlap situations out wide, or the direct intricate passing with third man runs. Again, something that Pogba excels in. Third man runs, if there's a combination play and Pogba can burst into the penalty area and either get himself a goal and assist, something that the Frenchman is fantastic at. But also Pochettino encourages players to make driving runs on the ball through central midfield. Again, another Pogba trait. Seems like Pochettino could be the perfect man to take Pogba from this inconsistent central midfielder to a world-class superstar. We all know he's got that talent, but he needs to take himself to that next level. In terms of pressing as well, we've seen Pogba do that for France and Juventus before. So it's one of these things where Pochettino's style fits perfectly for Paul Pogba. But let's move on to a little bit of a wild card in midfield, and that could be Viktor Lindelof. We've not mentioned him at centre-back because I think Pochettino could use him like Eric Dier at United, using either central midfield or centre-back. Eric Dier is a very physical player, and Pochettino uses him arguably sometimes to do a man-to-man job, but also frequently as a bit of a sweeper, starting off in central midfield, then dropping between the two centre-halves to create that back three and allowing Spurs to play forward. Something that Viktor Lindelof could do with ease. He's very good on the floor defensively, good at making interceptions, good at covering runners, and that's something that he excelled at. I'd say his one weakness is he's dealing with crosses or aerial balls to him, but if he's in central midfield, more dealing with people playing on the floor, Viktor Lindelof could be a great player for Pochettino and a fantastic option in central midfield, defensive midfield, or at centre-back. Viktor Lindelof, the perfect Poch man. So let's move on to the exciting area of the pitch. That is attacking midfield. Three positions, there's a number of players that could fill these roles. First up, let's start on the right wing. Again, United could enter the market and sign Christian Eriksen. Christian Eriksen has become one of the best playmakers in the Premier League since moving from Ajax, and his improvement has been under Pochettino. Not only now does he work super hard, but he scores, he assists, he creates, and he tackles and intercepts. What a player. In terms of his position under Pochettino at Spurs, Spurs is playing from the right-hand side, but moving into number 10 to create. Pochettino is really interesting how he moved his goal scorer and his creator in terms of what you'd expect for natural trends in football. Your creator at number 10 and your goal scorer maybe on the wing. What Poch has done is switch that, which meaning Dele Alli at second striker moves to join Harry Kane as a goal scorer. Eriksen moves into the vacated space, creates from that area. The classic move, the ball from the inside right channel to Dele Alli at the back post, could be something that United could do, maybe with Eriksen and Marcus Rashford. In terms of the Premier League, in 184 appearances, he's averaging 2.7 chances per game, 5.8 crosses per game, scoring 41 goals and getting 54 assists. What's quite interesting there is he's two-footed, scoring 22 goals with his right and 17 with his left foot. But not only does Eriksen provide so much in a creative sense and a goal-scoring sense, he works hard, averaging more distance per 90 than any other player in the Premier League since Pochetttino took over as manager. And as well, tactically flexible. So many benefits for Christian Eriksen, and it's credit to Pochettino for the coaching. Either in a 3-4-2-1 as one of the attacking midfielders, again playing that similar role, moving wide then coming into create, or in a 3-5-2, playing a little bit deeper, getting on the ball in those deep areas, allowing Spurs to play with two forwards, either with Son or Dele Alli supporting Harry Kane. And again, if you don't want to spend money, Man United have a little pocket-sized Christian Eriksen coming through their ranks now, of course, Angel Gomes, a trequartista that's played number 10 as well as central midfield and on the left wing for United's youth teams. The big thing here with Pochettino, he will improve his defensive game, his work rate. What we know about Gomes is he's one hell of a talent. Very, very good, agile, very similar to Christian Eriksen in stature. And again, Eriksen came to the Premier League, people thought he wasn't strong enough. Similar criticisms have made of Angel Gomes. I disagree with that. I think Gomes' ability to pass, score goals, take people on is absolutely incredible. So if United don't want to spend, bring Gomes in on that right-hand side to operate as a right winger that moves inside. He hasn't played there much in his career so far, but again, a flexible forward that arguably could play anywhere across the forward four positions and even in central or defensive midfield. Gomes could be the guy to be Man United's Christian Eriksen. Let's move on to the left wing. Again, Anthony Martial would take the place of Son in Pochettino's current Spurs side. A goal-scoring winger who looks to take his man on before looking to either get a cross or shot away. The stats are remarkably similar. Son averages 3.4 dribbles per 90 minutes. Martial averages 3.5 dribbles per 90. Son has been directly involved in 0.52 goals per game. Martial, 0.45 goals per game. Martial is often criticised for his decision-making, but in a well-drilled Pochettino side, the Frenchman's offensive output will only improve. At 23, there's massive space for improvement. We've seen, as we mentioned, the goal-scoring numbers of Dele Alli, how they've improved under Pochettino. Martial is going to be scoring goals for fun. So let's move to second striker, a key position in Pochettino's teams. One of his goal scorers, Dele Alli, has been fantastic since playing under Pochettino in the Premier League. He's got great link up with Harry Kane, the 1-2s that they play with each other, the runs off if Harry Kane's looking to flick the ball on, or either just getting into the penalty area to become another option. One guy that could do that for United under Pochettino would be Marcus Rashford. Not only does he excel at picking up the ball deep and driving at the opponents, either looking to hit number 10 and looking for a through ball or hitting the byline and cutting the ball back, but he runs in behind from the entire attacking midfield area, whether it's on the left, the right, central area. It would be really good for Manchester United. The creativity side as well, Rashford has massively improved and arguably become United's number 10. In the Premier League this season, Rashford has assisted more frequently than Leroy Sané, Eden Hazard, Riyad Mahrez and David Silva. The big thing here, though, is the talent that Rashford has, and the work rate will be a great asset for Pochettino. We'll be able to press from the front but consistently make those runs in behind, score goals, grab assists. He's just a perfect Pochettino second striker. Rashford as a number 10 for Manchester United going forward. And the final position that we're going to fill is going to fall to Romelu Lukaku. Poch could turn him into a complete player. Before Lukaku joined Manchester United, he was directly involved in more goals and created more chances in the Premier League than Harry Kane. His potential, his ceiling, arguably is higher than the England international. In terms of why Pochettino would get the best out of Lukaku, number one, is because in that 4-2-3-1 or in the 3-4-2-1, there'll be players around Lukaku, so he can drop the ball off to, work together, have tight passing combinations and then looking for through balls. Lukaku excels at running in the channels for Belgium, something that he doesn't really do for United. people don't really pick him out. There's something that in this system with Pochettino's narrow 3 attackers or narrow 2 attackers would look for those through balls. Also, you're going to be playing direct to him. One of the things that Pochettino likes, as I mentioned before, is progression through central midfield or from centre-back direct into the striker's feet. United simply don't play the ball enough to Lukaku. But under Pochettino, that would completely change, and you expect Lukaku's goals, assists, chances created numbers to absolutely fly. If not going with Lukaku, though, again, United can look into the academy and go for 17-year-old Mason Greenwood, a natural goal scorer, excellent with both feet. He's been directly involved in 22 goals in 16 appearances in all competitions this season, scoring 17 goals and grabbing 5 assists. He scored a goal on average every 89 minutes in the UEFA Youth League and every 70 minutes in the Under-18s Premier League. So if Pochettino joined tomorrow for a youthful Manchester United, they could set up with David De Gea in goal, Dele Alli, Eric Bailly, Luke Shaw, Viktor Lindelof in midfield with Paul Pogba, then 3 behind, of course, Mason Greenwood, of Gomes, Rushford and Chong. That sounds exciting, but Pochettino has a record of bringing young players through and turning them into superstars. It's a very youthful United team, of course, with the signings and with the first-team players like Romelu Lukaku. United could look like this, of course, with Eriksen playing on that right-hand side, Ndombele in central midfield as a box-to-box destroyer, and of course that centre-half Coulibaly that would add experience and ball-playing capabilities. Again, that system could transition to 3 at the back, maybe 5 in midfield, 2 up top, or even that 3-4-2-1, or finally maybe even a 4-4-2 diamond that Pochettino has played this season. Again, Pochettino, flexible, fluid, has an idea with and without the ball. Make sure, of course, to like the video and subscribe if you are new. Do you think Pochettino would be perfect for the United job? Get in the comments below and join the debate. I've been Statman Dave. See you later. If you've enjoyed this content, why not check out my playlist of predictions? We're talking Champions League and Premier League, or alternatively, if you like your tactics, what is a great playlist about all types of tactical roles around the world of football.